national media launch of the BMW800GS underway on the Colosine farm outside Belito in KwaZulu-Natal. The exclusive Zimbali Lodge played host to the event, ensuring a sophisticated and refined time would be enjoyed by all. Let's join Lachlan Harris of BMW and Jan de Toy of Country Tracks for an intro.
Well, the F800GS is a completely new model. It's a new segment for us completely, the mid-range enduro bike. We've had the very, very successful F650GS and obviously the Dakar, which was a slightly larger version of the F650GS. This is not a replacement for the Dakar. This is a completely new motorcycle, but it sticks to the roots of the GS, of the Dakars rather. The 21-inch front wheel has got now a new parallel twin engine producing 85 horsepower and chain drive, which is different from its larger brothers which have shaft drive. We're hoping the bike will fill a slot between the previous 650s and the 1200s, fitting nicely in the middle at the 800cc level. Jan, wat dink jy van hierdie nuwe fiets vir ons?
Yes, man, aanvanklik toe ek eers na die spesifikasies gekyk het, ek so 'n bietjie gewonder. Maar eers toe ek op die fiets is, te besef ek, hierdie fiets het karakter. En ek dink elke ou moet ten minste in sy garage 'n parallel toon ook hê. Wat lekker is van die fiets, hy's lig, hy voel klein, hy gee vir die indruk dis 'n klein fietsie. Hy's vinnig en sy topspoed kan jy dalk verbaas, hoor. Dit kan ook 'n groot verrassing wees.
The outright started under cloudy skies and there was a tangible feeling of anticipation in the air.
I hope you know that I really mean it.
The 208-kilometer route would take the riders through sugarcane fields on tar and through the Valley of 1,000 Hills on dirt, offering journos a 5-course meal of terrain.
Hi, I'm Gary from Enduro World. Today we on the launch of the new BMW F800GS. This is quite a unique bike in that there's nothing else out there that's in this size and range. So it's going to be fun to get a feeling for this particular power to weight ratio, and I'm expecting the bike to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be great.
With everybody kitted up, it was onto the tarmac for the first leg of the ride. Gary Smith of Bike SA magazine was a designated test rider. This is a man who's well versed in both on and off-road disciplines. Being an enduro-designed bike, the F800GS is designed with comfort on the road in mind, placing the rider in a commanding seating or standing position. Gary took the opportunity to park off and snap a couple of shots as the grey-on-grey tones were just too hard to resist. Riding into the Valley of 1,000 Hills, another photo op presented itself, this time contrasting the bike with a bit of local transport, and the locals joined in on the fun. Then it was back onto the road to see what kind of speed it could push en route to the lunch break at Natal Dam.
Next year, I hope you know that I really mean it. I will fly around the world to make you see.
There was a little time to relax before the off-road section, under the scrutiny of the indigenous population. Footbridge becomes bike bridge, and then it was time for the bike to show what it's made of on the dirt.
I know it's hard to make up. I know like Earth. I know it's hard to make up. I know it's hard to wake up. All I want is you back in my arms.
After crossing one of the many rivers on the route, we caught up with Gary Smith for his appraisal.
Okay, we're sitting here in the glorious Valley of 1,000 Hills in Natal. We're on BMW's launch of their brand new F800GS dual sport bike. This is a completely new model for the year. It's in their range. It uses the twin-cylinder parallel twin 800cc motor that we first saw in the F800S and the F800 ST. This dual-purpose bike they've built to fill in the gap between their old F650, the Dakar version, and their 1200GS. It's a completely new bike designed from the ground up. It's got none of the technology of any of the older ones. There's a lot of non-BMW stuff on. It doesn't have much of the standard BMW stuff on. It doesn't have a telelever front end. It doesn't have a parallel rear end. It doesn't have shaft drive, and it doesn't have a boxer motor. What it does have, though, is a lot of very good stuff. The F800 motor, it's got a lot of torque in it. They've built it as a torque motor, not a power motor. It pulls very nicely. I personally have been sitting today in 6th gear down at 2,000 revs and just idling along happily, and when I need it to go, you turn the throttle and go, and without chain snatch or anything, it just gets going and goes forward. This morning we spent the whole morning riding the thing on tar roads, some of the Natal sugarcane roads up the north coast here. Now, as anybody knows biking, these are absolute superbike roads out here, fast straights, big sweeping corners, a few potholes here and there. And as a tar road bike, it's actually very, very comfortable. The one thing that I must say about this, what they have got right, somebody in the design studio has sat on this bike for a very long time when they were designing it. The foot peg, seat and handlebar triangle is very comfortable. On the road today, whether we were just doing a transport section at 120 or whether we were testing its limits and scratching through corners, you're always comfortable in the seating and handlebar position on it. This afternoon we've spent a lot of time off-road. We've had some quite serious off-road things. The one thing I must say, I have noticed, when you're coming up and there's a donga or a double slirt or something, just a tweak of the throttle and you can carry the front wheel over. In fact, this is a very, very pleasant bike to ride, either on tarmac or we've been on some bad dirt today. And I would imagine taking it down to Cape Town, which I hope we're going to be doing soon, it's going to be very comfortable on a long-distance tour as well.
After the ride, Gary tracked down Tariq Michel, concept originator, to find out more.
We're standing here with Tariq Michel. He is the man who's responsible for the concept of these new F800GSs. He's going to tell us a little bit about the idea behind them and the concept of them. Tariq?
Okay, hello. At first, we are talking here about the 800. We had a very less weight. We have 207 kilogram for this bicycle, and in the front we have a 21 inches front wheel, and also it's very important, the airbox is in the front and the tank is at the back side.
So the concept you have made is that this is a real off-road bike. You can go really, really off-road with this one.
Right, can do this with this. And also a very important thing is the frame. We are here very, very small to stand very good at the dirt roads. The handlebar is in a very good position to go on if you stand in the dirt, and the ergonomy is very, very good with this. This next point is a windscreen. You can go very fast also on the street. The protection is very good at this side also.
Flat chatting it through the valleys and hills of KwaZulu-Natal, the BMW F800GS proved to be an all-round accomplished enduro machine, which should have no problem carving out a niche for itself in the motorcycle market. And here's the stuff you need to know. Its balanced power-to-weight ratio, 800cc parallel twin motor, excellent ground clearance, precise wheel guidance, and sophisticated ergonomics. Don't miss the F650GS road test, coming soon.